One Night with the King was a story about a girl named Esther in the Bible. It narrated how she risked her life by approaching the king of Persia to request that he save the Jewish people. It was biblically accurate. And today we're going to see a few of the characters who brought history back to life. Then later talk about the actors who rolled in the movie and where they currently are and how old they've gotten in 2025. And we're going to start with Esther, who was a Jewish woman in Persia that became the queen of Persia after getting married to the king called Xerxes. The king was first married to Queen Vashti, but after she was banished from the kingdom for disobeying the king, there was a declaration that any beautiful woman in the kingdom who wanted to become the next queen should step forward. Esther was one of them. She was chosen by Mordecai, who was her cousin, and a Jewish leader in the kingdom. He learned that there was going to be a mass execution of all Jewish people. So he devised a plan to make Esther the queen and stop the massacre of her people. The plan worked as Esther became the next queen of Persia, and she urged the king not to go through with his plans. This version of Esther was played by a lady known as Tiffany DuPont, who is an American actress. She started her acting career in 2002 and has also appeared in films such as Born to Race of 2014, where she played the role of Michelle, and also in Hijacked of 2012 playing the role of Olivia Russo. King Xerxes was the overall ruler and king of Persia, and was known to also rule 127 provinces, starting from India all the way to Ethiopia. If you watch The 300, this was the exact same depiction of the king. He was a ruthless king who destroyed anyone that approached him without being summoned, and was the one with a plan to execute every Jew in his kingdom. An official in the palace called Haman was the one that was feeding him lies about the Jewish community. And that was why he wanted all the Jews to be excommunicated. But after falling in love with Esther and marrying her as the next queen, he stopped all his evil plans to the request of Esther, and the Jews were safe for the moment. It was Luke Goss that brought the king into action. He is an English actor who you might have seen in Blade 2, playing as Jared Nomak, or even in Tekken of 2009 playing the role of Steve Fox. There was this prince called Prince Tarshish. He was among the 7 princes of Persia, and also a good friend to Esther and Mordecai. He was also a close advisor to the king, and was seen trying to help Esther in requesting the king to stop the massive executions that was going to take place in the kingdom. I don't remember much about this prince, but I certainly remember that he was played by Tommy Lister Jr., who was both an actor and a professional wrestler. He was married in 2003 and was blessed with 1 child, but he sadly passed away on 10th of December 2020 at the age of 62. His passing was due to complications with hypertension and coronary artery disease. Now, King Xerxes was first married to Queen Vashti, but was later banished from the kingdom for disobeying the king. She was supposed to appear at the king's banquet, and was actually supposed to show up naked to express her beauty to the king's officials and friends. But after rejecting the king's commands, some officials wanted her to be executed, but the king ordered her banishment instead. She was played by Jodie Dogra, who is a theatrical actress in Mumbai. She has been in the acting arena for more than 15 years now. Prince Memucan was one of the 7 princes of Persia. He was the one who advised the king to get rid of Queen Vashti and get himself a submissive woman. He also advised the king to declare that all women should obey their husband's wishes, and that a man would become the master in his own house and above the woman. And since this rule still stands today in the Middle Eastern countries, we can say that Memucan did quite a good job. He was played by an actor called Omar Sharif, who was an Egyptian actor that was regarded as one of Egypt's greatest male movie stars in his time. He passed away on July 10th, 2015 from a heart attack. He was 83 years old. Three other people include Haman, who was an official in the court of the Persian Empire under King Xerxes. He was the one who persuaded the king to authorize a massacre against all Jews of the empire. Mordecai was Esther's cousin and was the one who advised her to become the next queen and help in saving the Jews. And finally, Prince Admantha, who was a close advisor to the king and was among the people who supported the ending of the Jewish community in Persia.